Imagine walking, just walking for a month straight with no destination in sight. This was Yosu's first step on a journey that would change his life. As Yosu treaded the path less taken, his footprints were the only companions he had. His heart was his compass, guiding him through the unknown. He moved at his own pace, unhurried, reflecting on what he would say at his next stop. Every step was a meditation, an inward journey paralleling the physical one. His thoughts turned into profound conversations with Nabu, his second father's father. They spoke of life, of dreams, of the unknown. These dialogues stretched over days and nights like an unending symphony. Despite the solitude, Yosu was never alone. His thoughts, his meditations, and his silent conversations with Nabu filled the void. As Yosu walked, he found himself on a path of self-discovery, preparing himself for what was to come. His journey had just begun, a journey inward and outward, shaping him for the challenges ahead. One fateful day, Yosu stumbled upon a family by the Indus River, a family who had never heard of his God. Amid the tranquil hum of the river, Yosu attempted to share his faith, to illuminate their lives with his divine knowledge. But the family met his words with skepticism, their faces etched with confusion and doubt. "Go away, crazy man," they dismissed him, their words ricocheting in the air like stones. Yosu felt the sting, the rejection of his message, a bitter pill to swallow. Yet he did not falter. Instead, he reflected on their words, pondering the nature of their misunderstanding. His heart remained steadfast, his belief unshaken. This encounter, rather than discouraging him, fueled his determination. His faith was not a fragile flame to be extinguished by the winds of rejection, but a roaring fire, unyielding and relentless. Undeterred by rejection, Yosu carried on, his conviction unwavering. His journey was far from over, his mission only just beginning. In the heart of a bustling town, Yosu found his stage, an empty square where he would make his voice heard. With a sonorous voice that commanded attention, Yosu began to speak of his God and his faith. The townsfolk, curious yet skeptical, gathered around him, drawn in by his mysterious aura. "What is faith?" they probed. "Who is this God we cannot see?" they questioned. Undeterred, Yosu spoke of a God who watches over them, a God who knows the very essence of their beings. He spoke of a faith that was not just a belief but a way of life. His words were met with a mix of awe and disbelief. Some threw stones, dismissing him as a madman, yet many were touched by his words. They found solace in his message, a beacon of hope in their lives of hardship. Despite the stones thrown his way, Yosu's words resonated with many. His message of faith began to spread. Years of benevolence followed, and Yosu's voice gained followers. His journey, however, was far from over. As he turned 25, a call resonated in his heart. A call to return to the land of his origin, to the Hebrew land that birthed him. The time had come for Yosu to take the wisdom he had gathered, the followers he had gained, and return to his roots. His journey, filled with trials and tribulations, had carved a path of transformation. From the wide river of Indus to the bustling towns of Cachemira, Yosu had grown. He had tasted the bitterness of rejection and the sweetness of acceptance. He had learned to speak his truth, to share his faith, to touch the hearts of those he met. The question echoed within him, "Am I ready?" The answer danced in his heart, "You are, son, go." With the wisdom of his journey and the faith in his heart, Yosu was ready to return home, ready to continue his mission.